Here we go.
Boring Reviews! Alright, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here, and I'm bringing you another trailer reaction. This is the official trailer for Brahmastra Part 1. This is an exciting idea in several different ways. First of all, it's a fantasy film, an Indian fantasy, how they put it, adventure film, which I love fantasy aspect, I love the adventure aspect, I love the Indian aspect, right? All those things wrapped into one. I'm excited. This is written and directed by Ayan Mukherjee. Really put a stamp on this because this is a planned trilogy and also a planned universe, right? Cinematic universe called the Astraverse. That gets me really excited because there's a lot of plan that goes into it. And that tells me that the makers of this film, the studio, the actors, they've all signed on and they're all strapped in because they feel good about it. They feel hopeful about it. This was announced back in July 2014 and it finally comes out this year, September 9th. I remember reacting to the teaser back in December and now we have this first one. It translates into English as The Weapon of Brahma, Part 1, Shiva. And it's also produced by Karan Johar, a few others. And also, another exciting thing is it's got the true love couple, the married couple of Ranbir Kapoor and Alia. Also, in this movie, we see him in this one poster right here. They're like star-crossed lovers, no pun intended, right? But I'm super excited for this. I'm hoping it's going to be fantastic. The problem with this is it could really fall flat on its face. It could really fail and not be up to expectations if it's not a good enough movie. We've seen that before many, many times in different film industries, not just the Indian film industry, not just Hindi language films. But I'm hoping for the best. It also stars Amitabh, which is always an exciting thing. It also has Mouni Roy. It has Nagarjuna Akinani, and a few others, obviously, but those are our stars in our starring roles. And again, I'm excited for it. I hope you're excited for it. If you're excited for my reaction here, if you're excited for this movie, go ahead and give me that thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Let us know what else you want us to react to. Let us know what else is out there that we have missed, that you would really like to see our reaction to, my reaction to, who's ever reaction to. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time. I'm excited to check this out. Let's see if this is greatness in the making. Here we schmo. Oh, okay. Little avatar action there, like a spiritual animal. Oh, that's a cool shot. Okay. Energies. So it's almost like an Eternals superhero, Doctor Strange type thing. I like that.
Shiva.
And epic scale. There they are. What are you, he says. She's got to be one of these energies as well, right?
शिवा तुम्हारा हाथ
ईशा मैं आग से जलता नहीं कुछ रिश्ता है मेरा आग से आग मुझे जलाती नहीं कुछ चल रहा है इस दुनिया में ईशा कुछ पुरानी शक्तियां हैं और उनके कुछ रक्षक हैं
Oh, it's gonna be a fight scene? Awesome.
लेकिन एक अंधेरा भी है
Wow.
जो सब कुछ भस्म कर देगा
हमारा सिर्फ एक मकसद
Wow, this is grand scale here.
तुम जुड़े हुए हो शिवा हमारी इस अस्त्रों की दुनिया से क्योंकि तुम खुद एक अस्त्र अग्नि अस्त्र
That's cool. Big special effects. Lots of locations. Oh, cool. Love was the first one. Light, fire, ooh. My gosh, I mean, this looks fantastic. I got a little concerned because at first, the first just few shots, visual effects shots, looked unfinished. And maybe they're not finished yet, and that's okay. They can fix that in edit and all that kind of stuff. But the first few shots had me a little concerned. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna, you know, the special effects aren't up to the grand scale of the story and of the adventure and all that kind of stuff. But those were just the first few shots, at least for me. Everything else looked way, way better. There's a lot of special effects in this film. And one of the things I've learned, at least from the movies I've seen, the Indian films I've seen, is Indian filmmakers are not dependent on visual effects. They don't need it because they have great stories that they're telling. And this one, I'm not going to say it's dependent on special effects, but it looks like it's going that route. A lot of special effects, which is fantastic. The easy connection to this is like the MCU, Marvel, superhero. That's an easy connection, but this is still different from that. There's some similarities. You heard me rattle off some of the movies, right? Similarities of things that I automatically associate it with, but it's its own story. It's its own epic. It's its own universe, which I love. They have their own twist on it from just what we see here. I love this trailer, though, because for someone like myself going into this who wasn't really too sure what it was about from the teaser, it did a great job of kind of giving a little bit of exposition, a little bit of explanation for the film itself. And it's what I really, really needed to get this is going to explain to everyone what the movie's about, what you're strapped in. Part 1, Shiva. It's his story. I'm assuming that's why they're calling it Part 1. We didn't see Alia with any kind of Astra powers or energies or anything like that. But this is the 3-parter, so I can't imagine that she's not going to be involved in some way. Maybe she discovers something later on. Maybe this or that. I have no idea. It's a love story, so maybe she's just there as that love story. He's trying to love conquers all. But I wouldn't be shocked if she's not involved with this Astra thing in some way. I like the idea where you have the good versus the bad, the protectors, the attackers, whatever. You have different people that have these powers, and he's just discovering these powers. It looks like a great origin tale. Looks like something like he's going to have to like make up as he goes, as he's discovering things and trying to save her. I'm all bought in. I'm all sold. This looks to be amazing. The question is, what do you think about this? Look at this trailer. You look at these shots. You look at this story. Is this something that's just like, eh? Or is this something that you're super excited for? Because from what I've learned from the comment section when I talk about superhero films, a lot of the comments say that, you know, India doesn't care about superhero films. We don't even know about some of those characters, for crying out loud, that you talk about all the time, or that America makes movies about all the time. We just don't care. It's kind of a theme I hear from a lot of comments, a lot of viewers. This movie, if it's done well, is going to make you care. You might change your tune. You might say, hey, look what we got right now. This is fantastic. And I know there's been other superhero films, Krish, and so many others I can't think of right now that have done it. Manal Murali, that was a fantastic superhero film from a different industry in India. That was great. This might also be on that list of understanding how to make it our own, just like Manal Murali was. That was its own film. That was not anything taken from America or anything like that. It was made its own. It was fantastic. It was fun to watch. This looks like a different type of thing. Again, right away I thought Eternals, not storyline, but just the different guys out there. Some are good or some are bad or whatever. Didn't like Eternals. I hope this is the better version of it, even though it's a different thing. But I'm super excited. I loved it. Let me know what you think. Comment below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And with all that being said, adios.